What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another in-depth analysis of Heroes of Newerth Patch notes. This is patch 4.6.0, and seen a lot of changes recently. But first, I will be addressing some questions you viewers has been asking me. And some of you thought that I was Frostburn official, and I'm not. I'm just a Heroes of Newerth enthusiast or connoisseur, if you want to say. I've been playing the game since about 2011, and I really like it a lot. Play a lot with my friends, and well, let's get right to it. First, they've done some more changes to the matchmaking. You see here, after 10 minutes, constraints will be lifted if you solo queue, so you will find a game quicker. Though I don't think that it's been a really huge issue if you solo queue. Then the queue used to be pretty quick. The issue is if you're 5 people, or maybe if you're 4 people, the queues will tend to get a bit too long, sometimes up to 20 or 30 minutes, something like that. But they've done some changes here, so if you're solo queuing or queuing with a friend, you face 4 or 5 people, then your matchmaking loss will be 50% lower. So it's pretty fair, I think, because it's hard to win versus 5 friends queuing up together. And then they have a new picking mode, ranked pick. It's before the captain of the team always used to chose the hero to ban, but now you vote which heroes to ban. They have some specifics about this. Yeah, it's nothing interesting really. They also have done some changes to the music. Well, I don't care about this. But the most interesting thing here is the consumables slot. So now, before you could have 6 items and a ward, but now they've changed that. So instead of being able to carry 1 ward and 6 items, you can now have 6 items and 2 more consumables. And those are Word of Sight, Word of Revelation, Dust, Homecoming Stone, Flying Curve, whenever you get that, Veiled Root. And it's a pretty good change. Now, before, if you were a carry, you would usually have come to a point in the game where you had to get post haste instead of your steamboats or ghost marchers and a port. Now you don't have to do that. So now you never have an excuse to carry a homecoming stone, and you can get some more inexpensive items as a support too, because, well, I played a lot of support, and usually you had some issues. You should have, maybe you want to have a grave locket, and you want to have a homecoming stone and a ward. That would be an issue, because then you had boots and then 2 more items. It wasn't that much, but now with the consumables they changed that, so now you can have ward and a port, so it's room for an extra item. And the biggest change in this patch, I would say, is the map. They've changed the map here. I have a game up here, and we can go around it. They added some more camps. This is a bot game, just so they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jungle camps. And this here we have. Oh, you see this bot here is pretty stupid. Now they have an ancient camp here in the jungle. See, I have 2 ancient camps on each side of the map, so 4 in total. Here's the old camp. They changed it here. Yeah, you have to play the map sometimes. And it's Congress here. Oh wow, we should go back to that in just a second. But now you will be able to pull the camp in a different way. So you have an easy camp here. You can pull with that. You also have a medium camp here. You can pull with that. And it's interesting because you can actually pull the camp if you're on the long lane. So my Gravekeeper here, he will be able to pull this camp here. And you will also be able to pull with this camp here, down here. It's pretty interesting actually. Maybe you can, we'll get some more dynamics to the game. It will also be easier to go around here in gank. And oh, you see here in the jungle here, they added more paths, so it will be easier to juke now. But this is really specific. If you've been watching the map here, you see they have two Kongors pit. I don't know, one here, and nothing here. Oh, just a rune. Interesting. And it's when you kill a Kongor now, you don't get a token. You get a bonus. Let's see. Okay, we can check this bonus out here. Yeah, they call it a complete overhaul. If you kill Kongor, you get to choose 4 strength, 2 agility, 6 intelligence, 4+ to all damage dealt, 15 movement speed. And if you kill the other Kongor within 3 minutes, you will get 80% bonus damage versus structures. It's pretty interesting. Now, you don't get the token, so I don't know. You get almost twice the damage versus tower, but you can't go in and dive the same way you did as last time. And the fight, and the Kongor fight, before when you killed Kongor, you wanted to go push and take the fight somewhere, you know, pushing uphill here, and the other team had like advantage of defending uphill. But now you can go and take this Kongor here, where you have to do that. So the other team, they will have to go out and defend here outside of the towers when they fight you in Kongor. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Oh, mark this AFK. Hope the bots don't kick me here. All right, let's get back to the hero changes. Yeah, abilities. It's about the same as it was before. Yeah, we have some ability changes here. Deadwood, Gladiator, and Riftwalker's abilities. Cascade, Pitfall, and Rotten Grass. Before, those heroes turned around and showed in what direction they were casting them. Now they don't have to do that, so it will be easier to hit those abilities. Before it was pretty easy just to dodge them because you saw, oh, he's throwing in that direction, I just go in the other way. So Apex, they nerfed him here, less mana cost, 20% cooldown reduction here. Fire Surge, increased mana cost. I don't know if they toned him down a bit, sure. I don't care. Actually, Apex, it's not such a fun hero. We have here Armadon. Reduced damage taken from towers. So you're able to dive more with Armadon. Well, I say that's back to the roots. Artillery. The Staff of the Master. I always love when they add Staff of the Master effect. Now this has 20 seconds cooldown, and he's able to fire missiles at 2 enemies. Pretty nice, actually. Pretty nice. You know, you never see artillery no more. Maybe I used to play him a while back, but they changed him so much, and he's not a strong carry or strong hero at all anymore. Maybe we will see more now. Also changed Behemoth. We give him some. They give him so he can remove the wall. Pretty nice, you know. Having a Behemoth in the lane, it was always a pain. You know, he had to go like solo or long lane with the support to add something to the laning phase. And they also changed his ulti, yeah, to do more damage without them stacking up. Yeah, I think good change. Good change. We also have like a complete rework here on Chipper. They reduced his stats to be less tanky. Gave him some more intelligence. changed Rocket Barrage to be more of a distance spell than before. Usually he just used Portal Key to jump in front of someone and used his rockets to hit them in the face. Now they won't do as much damage as if you fire from far away. Yeah, longer range. Touch radius increased, nice. Hit neutral creeps, I don't know. Sawblade, almost twice the cost range. This is, yeah, it's pretty good. It says here that Shipper was before a magic damage dealer like Bombardier, Genesis, Thunderbringer, Artesia. Now they wanted to make him with some edge, so he's more of a ranged or far away damage dealer. Well, I think that a bit like Artesia, who is also like really good at being far away from the fight. Also, yeah, Thunderbringer too, maybe not Bombardier, but a bit like a magic damage flint is the role of Shipper now. Devourer, they nerfed him a little bit here, nerfed the staff effect, so 6 seconds to 10 seconds, like an 80% increase, but it only with the staff. I think it's gonna be pretty good. We have Dr. Repulsor. They reduce his agility gain. Yeah, I don't know about that change really. It's a strange change. If they wanted to change him, they should change him in some other way, I think. And Rankin, it's a rework here. I think it's pretty necessary. His passive ability now, whenever he deals damage, he has a debuff duration similar to Berserker, and he gains his health regeneration and movement speed whenever he deals direct damage. So they removed his level 1 nullstone, and it's fair, and they also explain here why they did that. Before he was pretty hard to gank and pretty overpowered in the early game, but in the later game you could always get like a nullstone or a scepter, and it was easy to remove his null and to kill him. So now they think it's like a balance between early game and mid game, late game. So Engineer, give him some changes here. Turret deals less damage to melee heroes in level 1, so in laning phase he won't be quite as strong. Yeah. Flint Beastwood, interesting changes here. They reduce his range on his Deadeye, so he won't have the same attack range anymore. But they increase the range on his spells. I think that's a pretty good range, pretty good change actually. Before, you know, he had to run there, use his explosive flare, and then he was already pretty near range. Now he isn't that. So it was like quality of life changes for those facing Flint, because if he was at the maximum range, your camera wouldn't see him. So they nerfed his range, and then they buffed some of his attack range, and then they buffed some of his spell ranges. So he should, because they think, well, it's a good hero. I think he's balanced. I don't know what I think, but if we're taking Archer here, just quality of life change. Change the cost range on his ulti. Doesn't change much really, you know. The spell will be cast wherever you press it. It wasn't really like that before. And Goldveil, yeah, I think this is a good change. Before, when Goldveil was in Vision of a Ward, he lost his health regeneration buff, and that made him really strong with counter warding. So if you were a support facing Goldveil, all your wards would be removed constantly, and it's pretty much a hassle, because Goldveil, he was just a pain in the ass when doing that. So now they changed the mechanic for him, so he isn't that strong at counter warding, but then they buffed his gold giving advantages. So he gives the gold more. He gives the team more gold now. Icor nerfed him a bit in the early game. I don't know. I don't think that here is too overpowered in any way. Starting intelligence reduced. Yeah, it's such a huge change. Kinesis. Reduced cost range of thought steal. Well, it's, you know, I never thought about it, but when they say it like this, like a silence with 1,000 cost range, it's pretty much actually. So now they change it. It's down like 20% or something like that. Mage Bane. They made him more of an agility targeted hero, so now he will have, yeah, it's more agility and less of the others. So it's pretty cool change. So Midas, the Staff of the Master gave him really long cast range, especially with with the new items, Jade Spire. And now so they nerfed his leap, but the other spells they did nothing with though. I think Midas is still really viable. He had like crazy long range with both the Staff of the Master and Jade Spire before. Monarch, hero I like really much. Crystallizes can be activated to end the effect early. Yeah, it's a good change. They should have done it before. Now you're able to, if you see like a projectile going towards one of your friends, you can use this, and then when the projectile is when the damage is done, you can remove it so your friend can escape. Before it was like you was able to place your friend or ally in a really good bad spot. So even though you saved his life for like 3 seconds, they would just stack up around him and kill him afterwards. Dungeon changes here to Nymphora. A lot of stat changes. Some reduction in tankiness and some increase in damage. Oh no! Reduction in damage. Ooh, reduction in armor. Strange. I don't know why. Volatile pod. I really don't know how these spells work. I don't really understand this description here. Nymphora seal. Yeah, they changed that so it's increase the damage, increase the stun duration, and yeah, it's just they just buffed the stun, made it better, quicker, more damage, more area of effect, more stun, more damage, yeah, everything. Grace of the Nymph, it's about the same. There's some cooldown reduction, mana restored, reduced, movement speed bonus increased, and now the mana gain will not be cancelled by enemy hero damage or damage, only the movement speed. Then Pearl. This is some really interesting changes here. I have there's a player here in the silver bracket or bronze bracket, somewhere like that. He likes to play Pearl a lot, and he plays him like he plays Pearl like a magic damage dealer. And now they change her to fit his playstyle a little bit better. They reduced the healing, but they added damage. So now Pearl has 3 magic damage dealing spells. She has her Q, her W, and her leap. So now the leap is being better to use offensive. Before it was you could use it offensive, but it didn't do damage. So you were sacrificing a heal just to kill steal. And some players has that style, and some players don't. And then they change his ultimate. They changed his ultimate before, but now the damage reduction effect will work both outside and inside the bubble. So if you're outside and doing damage to someone inside, they have a reduction effect. But if you're inside and doing damage to someone outside, they also have a reduction effect. So now you can dance on the border of the bubble to avoid the damage. They also changed Pestilence here. His flight is now more of a flight like Prophet and Clanks. That will stop working if you take damage, and will be more of a portal key-like effect. So it's really good because Pestilence, it's a very situational hero. I think it's he's very good versus Invis, but still that way he's good. He really needs to get his portal key really early to have something to say in the game. Puppet Master, small change to the Whiplash. I'm Shell Shock here. This is one of my favorite hero. He's really in the meta right now. Shell Shock, one of the strongest heroes. They increase his magic damage. Yeah, 25% increase here. Mana cost increased a small amount, just 10 mana. Rolling Thunder, Stuff of the Master effect. Yeah, we really need this on Spell Shock actually. Stuff of the Master has all the stats that you want on Spell Shock, but like a supportive player can also get staff and boost him. Ball speed 50%, really good. Cast range 700, magic damage by 70. That magic damage by 70 doesn't seem that much, but it actually is quite a significant amount. It's about 30% increase, and you're able to cancel this ability. The thing is, I think that goes a bit against the spirit of Shell Shock, that you're able to cancel the ability while you start rolling. He's more of a really go kinda guy, Shell Shock. He doesn't back off. Let's see here. Much desired ability to stop his charge at a cost. Yes, you will seem like a coward if you do this. It's probably what they mean with the cost. And Soul Reaper, a pretty strange hero. A lot of retards playing this, usually going mid. They have changed his aura effect to do more. You're able to use the ability now and do more damage in a lesser radius. So the amount you do will be twice the amount in the highest level and 3 times the amount in the earlier levels. And the aura is pretty a good aura here. Range is decreased to 550. It's pretty long range actually. Yeah, if you kill other, if someone of your friends in the lane kill creeps, you still gain a charge on your mana restoration spell. So Wild Soul, he got a Stuff of the Master now, so that Boo Boo can attack without Wild Soul being close, but cost of attack speed. Well, it's yeah, you know, if you play a lot of Wild Soul. Ooh, especially since Mock is getting some love, but we'll get to that later. But now if you're good with micromanagement, you can do some great stuff with this Boo Boo. Maybe push some lanes, you know. And here we go, new protective items. Since they changed the what you call it, I have to check here. Yeah, the Ultor's heavy plate. There's also actually been a void for an armor item that you can get with a lot of armor, and I think that might be able to fill this void. It gives armor like Ultor's heavy plate, but it also has an aura of magic damage, so it will be really viable items on a lot of close combat magic damage dealers, I think, especially Lord Salforis or Amura might be viable on Midas, depends a little bit, but for magic armor it's pretty much actually it's the same as Shell Shock's aura. And here, Ophelia's Pack, this is quite interesting. They've started to add quests now to Heroes of Newerth. I don't know what I feel about that. But you buy this item, 200 gold, can only be bought once per game, per team. Oh, once per player. Oh, interesting. And when you do that, you have to stack 6 neutral camps, place 3 wards of sight, and count the award of sight once. When you do this, you're able to choose from a reward: 20 attack damage, 700 gold, or 6 strength, agility, and intelligence. So it's like a reward for supporting. Frostburn wants to do this constantly. They want to encourage people of supporting, and they've done this with increased slots for consumables, and they also did it with the Grave Locket. I think we're gonna see some more changes to Grave Locket here. So they want the players to play more support. Bear Idol, a little bit nerf here, stun duration reduction. Yeah, Grave Locket. It gives experience now to the owner of Grave Locket. When someone stacks a camp, it's pretty much experience actually. 50 experience. It's like 2 lane creeps. And they also changed the cost of Orb of Summons here down from 50 gold, down from total of 350 to 300. And also some small change here. If one of the player control units kills a creep, the support with the Grave Locket will get gold. Some change here to Ghost Marchers: buff duration reduced, but movement speed bonus increased by 10% to 20%. That's a 100% increase. And also a reduced cooldown. So this is an overall buff. Lex Telenoise is a really small change, but well, maybe makes that item a little more viable. It's really situational right now. Mock of Brilliance, small damage increase here, and also a huge increase in the aura damage, 50% damage increase, which is great. And they want to add Mock of Brilliance back to. They want to make it more viable. Yes, we have some guys in my team that used to like to buy this item. They were really. Sometimes it's just plain stupid. Sometimes it does work. Plated Greaves, a little bit on nerf here. I don't know what I think about that. I don't think we saw Plated Greaves too much in the last season. I think it was a good item, but I don't know this change. I don't think it will impact when people buy it or not. Sand Skipper, little nerf to this item here, making it a little bit more expensive. So now it's 100 gold more expensive on the Tablet of Command. Twin Blades recipe costs. I want to see this item more, but I think that the recipe is keeping it away from players to get it. And Void Talisman. Well, they reason like this. Because supports will get more gold now, Void Talisman, who is a support item specifically, should be more expensive. And I can live with that. It's reasonable. Wing Bow, melee movement speed buff bonus increased 10 to 20. Huge increase actually, 100%. Mid Wars, I don't know, this isn't a Mid Wars channel, so I don't think we will be discussing that. No. No. Yeah, I think that was it for today, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you next patch. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you.